Moving forward to seek the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, the deity of learning, wisdom, and arts, we now present a graceful Saraswati Vandana performed by one of our talented students. Thank you to our young performer, Ms. Varsha from B.Tech CSE AIML for their serene and spiritually uplifting performance. It is now my privilege to invite our director, Dr. Sudarshan Goswamiji, a renowned academician with expertise in database systems and a leader known for nurturing academic excellence at Echelon Institute of Technology. Sir, may I request you to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Tanya. Good morning to all. It is with immense pleasure and pride that I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to this international conference on emerging trends in engineering, science and management, hosted by our institution, Echelon Institute of Technology, Faridabad. We are deeply honored to welcome our chief guest, a visionary academic leader and inspiration to many, Dr. Prerna Gaur. She is also a director in West Campus NSUT and the current chairperson of IEEE India Council. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence. We are equally delighted to have guest of honor, Professor Mohammad Rehan, Director General, National Institute of Solar Energy, and Shri D. N. Kiran, CEO, Seva Bridge Foundation. Very warm welcome to all of you, to all our keynote speakers, session chair, paper presenters, academicians, industry professionals, and research scholars who have joined us from different institutions and regions, both nationally and internationally. This conference is a platform that aims to foster interdisciplinary collaboration, exchange of ideas, and research innovation in the critical domains of energy, sustainability, and mobility. Once again, I welcome you all and wish you a fruitful and intellectually enriching experience over the course of this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, to move forward to share the vision, theme, and framework of this conference, I now invite Conference Chair Dr. Anurag Trivedi, Dean R&D, a passionate researcher and academic mentor whose efforts have brought this conference to life. Sir, the stage is yours for the conference briefing.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, sitting on dais and off dais, a very good morning to one and all of you. Honorable chief guest, Professor Pena Gorman, guest of honor, Professor Rehan sir, and DM Kiran sir, and our guest, Professor VC sir, Pro VC sir, Lingyad University, speakers, media, participants, a very warm welcome to all on behalf of Echelon Institute of Technology, Faridabad, organizing chair, and it's my own behalf. Thank you for accepting our invitation. I thank from the bottom of my heart to all excellencies for accepting our invitation. It gives me great pleasure to brief the conference. In short, the agenda of the conference covers a wide range of areas relating to engineering, science, and management. It is an opportune time to renew contacts and discuss problems with the mutual interest of delegates. For ETESM 2025, we received an encouraging response with a total of 503 paper submissions from reputed institutes and universities across India. We are also pleased to have received contributions from international researchers like USA and Gulf countries. After review process, 173 papers were selected for presentation. I hope this conference serves as an inspiring experience for all of us. Once again, welcome to ETESM 2025. Let's make this a memorable and impactful event. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We now begin with the planter welcome ceremony, a gesture symbolizing sustainability and a respect for the environment. First on the list, I would like to call upon Shri Prabhat Agarwal ji to please felicitate our chief guest. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite Director EIT, Dr. Sudarshan Goswami ji, to please come forward and present a planter to Prabhat Agarwal ji. Next, I would like to request again Dr. Sudarshan Goswami ji to please present a planter to a guest of honor, Dr. Jahan. Next, I would like to invite Dean R&D, Dr. Anurag, to please come forward and present a planter to our next guest of honor, Shri Kiran ji. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Pramod, our Dean First Year, to please come forward to present a planter to our special guest, Dr. Chinnayan, PVC, Lingyas Vidyapeeth. Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, I would like to call Dr. Pramod to please present a planter to Director EIP, Dr. Sudarshan Goswami ji. I would now like to invite Shri Prabhat Agarwal ji, our visionary chairman, to share his thoughts and blessings on this occasion. So please.
Welcome all the delegates and all the researchers here to present their papers. We are honored, we are privileged to have all of you from different areas, from different places in India and abroad. First of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt acknowledgement and thankfulness to Madam Prerna Kaur, Shri Dean Kiran, and Professor Mohammad Bihan, and to Vice Chancellor of India University for gracing the occasion over here and being here to inspire, encourage, and empower each one of us over here. This is the beginning, right, for Echelon. And I think we are at the cusp where we can create a platform where all the budding scientists and researchers will come together and explore and participate in the creative process, the evolutionary process. We as a humanity are taking leaps, not gradually, but rapidly. And the jumps that humanity is taking is not without its side effects, without its challenges. The world, the global scenario as stands today is full of all the challenges: climate change, terrorism, warfare, conflicts. As Einstein once said, that you cannot solve the problems that we have created at the same level at which we have created them. We have to always go beyond the level that we are at. I am a spiritual teacher, first and foremost. My first love is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I am a Krishna. And coming from the Krishna consciousness, I always see life as a great opportunity, a great adventure, a great evolutionary participation, where we can come together and take the whole consciousness, the human consciousness, the universal consciousness forward. Life has been my core subject. That is what is the kind of inquiry I have always engaged in since my student days. My primary inquiry always was, what is life? And as I have evolved through the years, and I have grown through the years, I began to realize that we would be able to the ultimate goal of we as humans is to seek bliss, the joy, and that is only possible through the creative fulfillment. Nothing can be more accurate or appropriate or more easily available to the other community than the scientific community. We are here to leave our mark as humans, and being a scientist is one of the greatest opportunities we can have. We will leave our mark on the human consciousness, on the universal consciousness, on the planet Earth. The footprints are not going to be erased. I always used to get inspired by this song, Naam Bhul Jayega, Charai Bhul Jayega, Meri Awaaz Meri Pehchan. Scientists are leaving their marks, but as I already said, it is not it's not bereft of the challenges of the conflicts, the issues that we are facing today. For me, as we are already talking in an educational apparatus or an educational system, right? We need framework of an educational system. Education is truly education when it is experiential in nature. We were having tea with the chief guest of honors, and we were all having a tea in the room here. And we were just discussing this, that education is truly education only when it is experiential. As a spiritual teacher and come from an ashram living, I can understand, I feel, and I've seen the significance of it. The scientific community has a great opportunity to not just make the education for themselves as experiential education, but for all the budding students and the budding scientists. I'm greatly inspired always by this arguably the greatest genius of all time, Leonardo da Vinci. He was all rolled into one, right? He was a medical man, he was an engineer, he was an artist, he was a painter, he was a sculptor. He was all rolled into one. And what made him genius was that he would sit in the lap of the nature and seek inspiration. He designed helicopters and aeroplanes 400 years before they were actually invented by the writers. And how could it happen? There was some intuitive vision that he had. Many people say, many scientists say that how come Einstein sitting in a clerk office, in a patent office, was able to solve the riddle of the universe, the functioning of the universe. He had this intuitive understanding, this intuitive coming together. And today the evolutionary biologists also say that intelligence is always collective, never individual. The intelligence that we tap into is the universal intelligence. The creativity that we tap into is the collective creativity. So this coming together, in an experiential setting, can be a role model, can be an inspirational model for us, for all of us to follow. That an experiential education, a collective education is the way forward. And as I always say that education is not about having a degree, it is about attaining a perspective. Right? So if an engineer comes into this hall, he will not just see a hall, he will see an engineering hall around. The lights around here, the mics, the sound system, the furniture over here, the flooring, the whole architecture. He will see an engineering. If a painter comes over here, he will not see any engineering. He will see the green leaves outside. He will see the different green colors, which we will not be able to see as an engineer or as a musician. And if a musician comes over here, he will listen to the sounds present in the hall, the noise of the air conditioning, my voice, any movement over here, or even the silence. We'll listen to the silence and we'll absorb and we'll experience only that much. So unless and until you attain a perspective, the education is not complete. Perspective is transcending the thoughts, transcending the very ideas that we are seized by, we are possessed by, we are in pursuit of. Echelon wishes to be a platform, and we, as I already said, this is the thing. We will be building a new auditorium with a 50 faculty. Next time the conference will happen, I promise all of you that we will have much larger audience, we will have much larger participation. We are moving into IP university, so 100 colleges will be participating at least bare minimum. And we will be making it available to as many researchers and scientists as possible. We are in October, in the month of October, we are going to have the biggest cultural festival in the NCR region, where more than 100 colleges will be participating. We are going to have a sports festival. We are going to have of the similar lines and technical festival. So I, as the chairman EIT, is here to commit to you that Echelon is a place that will always be calling you and welcoming you and thanking you for being here. And I extend my acknowledgement and thankfulness to all the chief guests over here, the guest of honors, pro-vice chancellors, and all the people who are sitting here in the front row and in the last row. So thanks a lot for being here and accepting our invitation. And those who have been selected, congratulations to them. And those who have not been selected and are absent over here, in their absentia, my invitation again, try it again. Maybe you will select it next time. And keep coming over here, and I will. Thank you.
So much, sir, for your kind words. Now it is time to hear. Now it is time to hear from the distinguished minds among us, who bring with them a wealth of experience, vision, and inspiration. First, I would like to invite our keynote speaker, Dr. Chinnayan. Dr. Chinnayan Ramasubramanian, Pro-Vice Chancellor of India's Vidyapeeth, Faridabad, with over 24 years of teaching and nearly 19 years of research experience. He holds 2 PhDs, one in computer science from Anna University and another in CSE from Jain University. A prolific scholar, Dr. Ramasubramanian has published over 100 plus international papers. He is internationally recognized, having delivered keynote speeches in the UK FICTA 2023 and been an expert panelist in higher education summits in Delhi NCR region. So please come forward for the
A very good morning to all of you. Before going to this session, I think so I'm a keynote speaker, so my praise to Almighty God, because this Echelon is providing education, so I'll put Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Brahmarupini Vidyanamam Karishami Siddha Bhodhamistha. So this conference is hosted by Echelon EIT, so my sincere salute to the Chancellor and the dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, and all the organizing team members, the convener, co-convener, all the organizing team, and all the faculty members at sub-departments of schools, all the students of various disciplines, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my pleasant morning to all, and thanks for the opportunity to all the researchers for presenting their papers in this international conference on engineering and science and latest trends, emerging trends. So this is the right forum in 2025. So now all the education institutions, they want to go for a very good research, which is the need of the hour. Because research is an area where all the education institution has to initiate and bring the innovations. And even AICT and UGC and autonomous bodies are enhancing their fundings towards research only. Because now we are working towards the innovations, and those innovations must attain and towards the targets of sustainable development goals. I think so. the dignitaries will accept also. We want to work on the innovations and researches so that the outcomes will attain the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which is India Forever. And I am sure the papers which is selected will deliberations in 2 days will bring the outcomes, novelties, and those novelties will bring some initiatives in terms of startups and products, even patentable products, which helps to ensure, as per the dreams of the Prime Minister and our target of Viksit Bharat 2047, and we can become a developed country in 2047. And with that words, I put a full stop because keynote speaker is there, so there I can put the deliberations. Once again, my sincere appreciation to the organizing team and the most respected Chancellor and his team for hosting this international conference in Haryana. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Mohammad Rehan. He is the Director General of the National Institute of Solar Energy and a Professor of Electrical Engineering. He is the Founder Director of the Center of Green Energy at AMU, actively contributing to the advancement of sustainable energy solutions. A Fellow of IET UK, he currently serves as a Chair-elect of the IEEE UP section and Vice Chair of DLN IET, showcasing his leadership in both national and international professional bodies. So please come forward.
Chief guest of this program, Professor Prerna Kaur, my colleague, friend, and a very renowned academician as well as a very dedicated IEEE volunteer. And the chairman of college, Shri Kumar Agarwal, we had a short discussion but a very interesting discussion. The guest of honors, director of the college, all the speakers as well as participants and students. A very good morning to all of you. This is my first visit to your college. I am happy to be here with you. Only one concern, one suggestion, and then I will come to the topic. Concern is you have said that 173 papers are accepted, but you don't see many of the participants. So maybe the participants will be joining later on in some of the sessions. And second is a suggestion. I feel this topic is a too broad a topic, emerging trends in engineering, science and management. So it covers almost everything. So in my opinion, next time if you can slightly narrow it down, it will be better. So these are two things now. Emerging trends in engineering, when we talk about it, and I see most of the students here, so I talk about something which is of concern for everyone. Our friend PVC Saval has given a hint towards that. See, my concern is when we talk about research, I see many a times the research is tending to be just for the purpose of adding a number, a paper number in my biodata. And the onus mainly lies on us, the professors, because we are driving this whole system. So what we are doing mostly is trying to add another paper in my CV. But the actual research should be such which is addressing the concerns of the society, the challenges of the society. And especially the engineering research has to be something which address real world challenge. We are talking of lack of interest of engineering students in engineering. One study conducted by IIT Bombay has established it, and it is an obvious thing also, that if my education is connected with the real world challenges and problems, then the interest of the student is higher compared to when we discuss some abstract things or some far away. So on that line, you see, we are facing a grave challenge, an existing crisis, people are calling. And that crisis is the global warming. We have been studying about it for years, but it is visible. The effects are visible. The thunderstorms which you are seeing, the frequent thunderstorms, the frequent flash floods and intense rains, short duration, but the amount is huge. Then unanticipated, suddenly I think 15 days back we had this a tragic change in weather in Gurgaon, Delhi and everywhere. So just 5 minutes before there was no sign of any change in weather, and then suddenly we had very severe storm and there some lives were lost also. So we may think that these are isolated phenomena, but these are actually happening because of a common phenomenon. And that common thing is the surface of Earth is getting warmer. And some people are now calling it global boiling, not warming but boiling. Why it is happening? Because there is a gas which we have studied of, carbon dioxide. It has the property of trapping the heat. It is naturally available in the atmosphere to keep the earth suitably warm, but if I increase its concentration, if it is increased beyond its concentration, then the heating effects becomes more. So that is what is global warming. So I'll give you some numbers. When we started industrialization, the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere was around 280 ppm. And today it is almost 423 ppm. So you will say, what is the effect of this difference? The effect is that so much additional heat is available in the atmosphere, which would be released if you release 5-6 lakh bombs of Hiroshima bombing size. That much heat is extra heat in the atmosphere. And that is why you are seeing all these things. Delhi on 26 January 25 saw a temperature of 24 degree or 25 degree. One place in eastern Uttar Pradesh, people coming up with diseases, skin diseases which are seen in only deserts. Yesterday evening, the temperature was somewhere around 44, but feels like was around 54 degrees because of humidity and temperature of the. So this is all happening. You see, and you must have studied about glaciers melting, sea level rising and everything. This whole phenomena has a direct connection with engineers, because engineers are the drivers of industry. We are the ones who brought this whole industrial revolution. But I will highlight a specific contribution of engineers in this. Electricity. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूज करते हैं सभी? कोई ऐसा तो नहीं जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूज ना करता हो? Electricity, when I generate by burning coal, it leads to almost a kg of CO2 per unit of electricity generated. Per unit of electricity generated, almost a kg of CO2. So if I am using electricity which is generated by burning coal, then I am directly contributing to global warming because the numbers are happening. Now, this is about engineers. I'll add something as common citizen also. Anything you know about which can absorb CO2, if I release CO2, is there any natural thing which can absorb CO2? Trees, no. अब उनके साथ हमने क्या किया? Again, I'll give you some numbers. The age of Earth is 4.6 billion years old. So 4.6 billion हम समझ नहीं पाएंगे क्योंकि it's a huge number. So let us scale it down. करते हैं ना, आपने लैब में किया होगा, रिपोर्ट बनाते हैं तो 1 centimeter रिपोर्ट. If I scale it down, 4.6 billion is equal to 46 years. Let us for understand. So on that scale, we have been, that is, human have been on the earth for 4 hours only. And the industrial revolution began 1 minute ago. And the amount of trees we have destroyed, almost half of the world. So if you now you see the numbers, 46 years, 4 hours and 1 minute. So the net impact is that what is happening. So what we can do, coming to the solution, naturally there are many things which we can do, but I'll focus only on electricity related. The first and foremost, saving, avoiding wastage of electricity or any energy, your part of your life, even if you can financially afford that. That is the first thing. If I go to the second step, ensure energy efficiency. If you are using AC, then instead of using a 1 star, go to 5 star. If you can live without AC, that's a different thing. That is, I would say that is a better thing. But if you are using, go for energy efficient. And third is use such sources for generation of electricity which do not contribute to CO2 emissions. And examples are solar energy, wind energy, and hydro energy. So conservation, efficiency, and green energy. Now taking a clue from the discussion with Chairman Saab, fortunately our culture is a culture which promotes conservation. And we can connect it with religious concepts also. All the religions talk about conservation. Hindu scriptures are full of talking of how you should be close to nature, how you should protect the nature. The Islamic scriptures are also full of all these things. It talks about the man is a trustee of the earth. So trustee is not the owner. You cannot use it as in a way you want. There is a I hope some of you know about this. Before prayers, we have to do wuzu. That involves water usage. So there is a saying that even if you are sitting by the side of a sea, then even then you should not waste water for this doing this. So fortunately, because in some of the societies, conservation initiatives have not succeeded because they have focused only on the financial. But we can connect it with our religious concepts also, and we hope to see better things. In case of transition, I will just finish. I think I have taken more time. So let me conclude by sharing what we are doing in terms of shift to green energy. So our climate is very suitable for solar energy. And our national story in terms of transition from coal-based electricity to solar-based electricity is a story which everybody should know. Everybody should appreciate and feel proud of. We have recently crossed 100,000 megawatt installation, 100 gigawatt of solar energy installation in the country. In last 1 year only, in last one financial year only, we have added 22.5 gigawatt of solar energy in the country. Many countries even are not able to do this in years, in decades. So we have done this in just 1 year, 22.5 gigawatt. So there is a whole transition happening from coal-based system to solar-based system. And when such a large transition happens, there are so many opportunities, so many challenges. And who better than the students to take advantage of those things? But to take advantage, you need to be aware of what is happening. You need to be connected with what is happening. And I'm sure many of you may be studying in your courses or working on these things. And there are many challenges, many research opportunities also. So I hope that in your discussions, in your classrooms, in your projects, you will, if you have found some of these thoughts useful or you feel connected, I request you to carry it forward. Conservation, efficiency, shift to green energy. And if you are working in these fields, please try to address the research challenges. With this, I thank the organizers, especially Anurag Dwivedi. He is a very passionate faculty as well as a volunteer as well as an engineer, and I am sure me having such persons in the organization is an asset for the organization. So I thank you for making me part of this, and I hope to visit you sometime again, and wish you all the success to the conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Shri Kiranji. He is the CEO of Seva Bridge Foundation, an organization that is committed to driving social impact through innovative and inclusive development initiatives. Under his leadership, the foundation has focused on empowering underserved communities and fostering sustainable livelihoods. So please come forward for your words.
Good morning. It's a privilege to be part of this conference. I would first thank the management of the institution to invite me and be part of this learning process. The thing I've seen here is we have Gen Zs, we have millennials, and we have youngsters like me who are pre-millennials. So we're all sitting here and trying to look at what is the emerging technologies, both in terms of science and management. And as we are talking here, looking into our phones, the technology change is happening so fast that by the time the battery gets discharged, there is a new technology to discover. And as we are sitting again and looking at what are the new technologies, it looks as if like we are sitting in a beta test environment of the future avishkars. So it's a happening time. For youngsters like you, it's an happening time because I come from an era we had to wait 12 years to get a telephone line. We had to wait 5 years to buy a mobile. Even after buying a mobile, we were only using it for incoming calls. Because outgoing was 26 rupees per call. That was the age, 2000. And today we are in an era where smartphones are revolutionized on every move. I was working in a company called Kyocera Wireless, which was number 2 mobile manufacturing company in the globe in the CDMA technology. The first mobile phone that came to India through Tata's was Kyocera. It used to be so big. It used to be bigger than a geometry box. And today what are we talking? Talking palms. So technology is moving, inventions are moving, development is happening. But are we going in the right direction? This guest farmers just now spoke and said how the climate change is affecting all of us. We realize, we know that it's affecting, but then we are also part of the journey in contributing to that negative effect. But if you people start thinking that I can contribute in a positive way, things will change. For example, there are some engineering students in Kerala who have created floating solar islands. No wastage of land. They have done that. There are people in Pune, engineering students, who have created without soil you can grow vegetables in urban slums. There are students who have created solar coolers. As an idea, it is not something new. You can always, when you talk about solar coolers, yeah, कर सकते हैं, इसमें क्या नया चीज़ है, but nobody had done it. until those guys did it. And if we are there experimenting those things, we'll understand that how it is affecting the farming community. So when we talk about innovation, when we talk about research, are we doing it from the eye of the person who needs it, or are we doing it from the eye of the person who studies it? मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन किस चीज के लिए काम आ सकता है? Where is it going to be useful? That is something one needs to understand. So unless you have that, Pratap ji was saying, experiential learning. Unless you have that experiential learning, you will not realize. I was the National Project Director for Faridabad. We were working with 18,000 institutions. Most of them were technical institutions. The idea was that each of these institutes should partner with 5 villages. But like Iceland, most of the people thought also that we will adopt and we will go and develop the village. But the idea of Unnat Bharat Abhiyan was that students should go, stay in the village, understand the problem, understand the native solutions which they have, and then try to use technology to give solutions. But instead we go and tell, hey, you don't have sewage, you don't have this, we will do that. So the approach is always that I know and I will give you. Many startups in India fail because we look at giving a solution without even understanding the problem. Somebody would have started a particular app and we want to ape it. I want to create something similar with 1 or 2 deviation and then we'll think we will get a lot of VC funding. It doesn't happen that way. Your thought has to be different, which means you need to understand the problem differently. If you don't understand the problem, you will not be able to give a solution. Look at the recent thing that happened, the Sindoor. It's coming together of science, technology, management, leadership. All of it is there. The world is shocked. How could we do what we did? Frankly, none of us sitting here would have also imagined that we have this kind of capabilities if we had not displayed. And many of these capabilities are coming because of youngsters like you. But the choice you need to make is what is going to make the differentiate. Am I going to do something like create something new, or I am going to be looking at my paycheck? If I am looking at my paycheck, initially I may get 5 lakh rupees as a salary, and many, I'll tell you, I've been in HR for more than 30 years in IT. I'll tell you, there are people who have not grown beyond some percentage. Somebody starts at 5, maybe go up to 14, 15 lakhs at the end. But the same company, you will have people who make a different kind of a choice and they earn in crores. So, creating wealth is not bad. Definitely not bad. But how do you create it? And how do you aspire to create that? That becomes a difference here. So when you're talking about engineer, can you also learn a little bit of sociology? Because that's when you will be able to solve the problem. I'll give you an example of an incident that happened. We were working for Ferrari company, and I hope you all know what is Ferrari, right? We had more than 300 people doing some coding for Ferrari cars. The Ferrari, the client visited, he saw the place, he looked around. He said, yeah, everything is fine, your deliveries are fine, but I don't think we would want to renew the contract. We were all shocked. Why are you not, what is that you have done wrong? Then you know what he said? He said, I don't see even a single poster of Ferrari in the place where your employees are working. If they don't understand what is Ferrari, if they don't aspire to own a Ferrari, how are they going to write a code which will work for Ferrari? So if you don't understand what you are doing, you will not be able to succeed in what you want. So when you are looking at this, see, we are looking at AI. We are using ChatGPT for submitting assignment, working on papers, correcting this, writing, lot of things we are using. But I'll tell you, if we don't learn to give the right prompts, you will not get what you want. You will get what it gives. And many of us will stop thinking because we think whatever it gives is right. AI will only give you what is past, not future. But it can be useful. In Assam, the government is using AI for predicting which are the places where floods would come this year. With the data, that is possible because it requires the data of previous years. But if you are doing something new, AI can give you some inferences, but it is not going to give you the solution. Because you are not done it, nobody has done it. So if you have to create, you have to do it. Use it as a tool. Let it not become your master. So it's very important that we understand these differences. And anybody, don't, what is the term they use for specialization or specialty of person? How do you classify somebody who is a specialist? The person who knows more and more of less than this is called a specialist. But then we need more people who have a generalistic approach but work on specialty projects. If you don't have, then you will not be useful. So, friends, all I'm trying to say is, yes, it's good that to see that there are so many people who have presented papers. It's going to be a good an experience. But I would end with a quote of Swami Vivekananda, which also you are not just a part of global transformation, you are expected to lead it, which is something which is not Vivekananda's in mind. All I'm trying to say is, yes, if you have to lead that, because India today is in a place where we have a lot of challenges, lot of opportunity. We have a right set of mind, and everything is falling in place. But whether we want to be part of that or whether we want to be part of a doer family, there is a difference between a doer and a thinker. So I encourage all of you to be thinkers and not doers. Swami Vivekananda said, we are what our thoughts have made us. So if you think wrong, you will also become wrong. So we are what our thoughts have made us. So take care of what you think. Words are secondary, thoughts lead, they travel far. Which means unless we think, start thinking and setting things in our thoughts, we will not be able to achieve. I wish you all the best. I know you will succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And finally, it is with great pride that I invite our chief guest. Professor Breda Kaur is currently the campus director of NSUT West Campus and a distinguished academician with over 30 years of teaching and 6 years of industry experience. A pioneering women leader, she was the first female chair of the IEEE Indian Council and has held several prestigious roles in IEEE at regional and national levels. She is a recipient of numerous awards and recognition, including the IEEE FGA Diversity and Inclusion Award 2024 and the Women of the Decade in Academia Award. Ma'am, I would request you to kindly come forward and enlighten us with your address.
Good morning all. Chairman Shri Prabhat Agrawalji, visionary and spiritual leader, Dr. Rehan Alvi, Director General of Solar Energy, and he has done a lot for giving us a renewable energy system at achievable rate. Dr. D.M. Kiran, Dr. Pro Vice Chancellor University, Dr. Sudarshan Goswami, Director of EIT, Dean Dr. Rajesh Kumar, he is General Chair also of this conference, Dr. Anurag Dwivedi, the instrumental for organizing this conference, Dr. Rajiv from IIMT, Dr. Anjani from Netaji Subhash University of Technology. I am delighted to attend this conference on this inauguration as a chief guest. It's my honor. This is the second time I am here in Echelon College of Technology. And as far as this conference is concerned, as Rehan sir also told that he has a concern on the topic. So I was thinking whether it is an IEEE conference or it's a conference which will be published in non-IEEE journal or in any other proceedings. So because it is involving simultaneously emerging trends in engineering, science and management. So IEEE does not allow such type of topic, vast topic. You have to be specific for the tracks. So that justice can be given, because you cannot have so many reviewers in different fields. So came to know that this is not the IEEE conference, but institute is willing to go for IEEE conference. So whenever you will be thinking to go for IEEE conference, it should be specifically to a particular domain which relates to a society. I am here as a chair of India Council and a director of Tech College. So I would like to, and I can see the logo of IEEE and logo of Women in Engineering of IEEE. So I would like to inform something about IEEE also, so that those who are planning to volunteer under IEEE, because it gives immense, actually, it gives back to your career and to your personally, if you volunteer it sincerely. So this IEEE was started in 1885 in US, and Member Geographical Activity Board is the highest body which exists in US, but now in our Indian volunteers are also getting some positions in MGA. Then comes regions. It has 10 regions all over the world. We are India, and India is in region 10. It will be split into one more region in 2028, then it will be 11 regions in 2028. India Council, there are several councils, like for a country, there are many sections, so including all sections, it becomes a council. So India is a council, and I am the current chair of IEEE India Council. And India Council was established in 1976. It is the golden jubilee year of India Council. We are celebrating it by organizing many activities in various colleges and various industries at different levels. Because volunteering gives many things to students also. So there are several student branches in all over the world, more than 2,000 student branches. We have more than 100 branches in Delhi section, and it was my proud privilege that I came here in 2013-14 to inaugurate IEEE student branch. But I have come to know that this is now dormant, and the management is thinking to start it again. So my best wishes, whatever I can do for this student branch, I will give my mentoring so that it can become a vibrant student branch. Again, at India Council level in India, there are 14 sections geographically located, and Delhi section is one of the sections. It has 5 states, all North India is Delhi section, 5 states and 2 union territories, Chandigarh and Jammu. It has Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Rajasthan and Punjab, and Haryana, Chandigarh, and Delhi, and Haryana. So 5 states and 2 union territories. So very big actually territory is there for IITB Delhi section. We are around 7,000 members in Delhi section. If you see all over India, we are touching 1 lakh members. And if we see globally, we are around 4.5 lakh. So the impact the Indians are doing in everything can be seen. We are 1/4 of total population of IEEE membership, and our presence in MGA and other regions can also be seen. And if we see the societies reflect the engineering fields. So there are 39 societies. So we can also have a student branch. We can also have the society chapters. So to start society chapters, we should have society branch first. Sorry, student branch first. So first you will open the student branch with, if you open it with 20 student branch, it will be sustainable. Otherwise, there is a requirement of 12 students and 3 faculty members to be members. But that cannot sustain because the 12 members cannot do many things. So we should have large membership that fetches the fund also. If you have more than 50 students as a member, you will get $100 from Region 10 and 15,000 from Delhi section. And if you have 100 members, then you will get $200 from Region 10 and 15,000 is fixed from Delhi section every year for the activity. For those activities, you have to conduct some events, some meetings, and you have to upload the information on the V-Tools. V-Tools, actually IEEE is very professional body. Everything is written, and if you will go by all those written bylaws and other things, you will be rewarded at many points, but you have to be consistent in that. So this is about how we have to do under IEEE. Any faculty member who is the member of IEEE can volunteer in the branch, can volunteer in the section, can volunteer at India Council level, or if he is vibrant, he can also be taken in Region 10. And if he is performing exceptionally well, he can be in MGA also. And this way, the career can be enhanced by any faculty member. Here in Manav Rachna and YMCA, there are many new volunteers which were actually formed. Those volunteers came into existence in the 1920 when I became the chair, and I have seen their career from 19 to till date. They have got immense, actually their career has changed. They got many achievements and awards through IEEE and funding. One faculty in Manav Rachna got $6,000 funding for epics. So you have to explore. So there are so many things in IEEE. For students, if they are like Kiran sir were talking about Unnat Bharat scheme or AI, so you can make the project for such schemes like Unnat Bharat, because IEEE also do for humanitarian activities. So that activity can also fetch you $15 easily per year. So you have to explore the things from IEEE website. And epics is also such thing which can fetch you around $6,000. If $6,000 comes for any activity in the college, it will be changing the career of the faculty and changing the perception of the students towards IEEE, towards the studying here as IEEE, as engineer. So this is about IEEE. IEEE is a vast field. We can speak day and night. Coming to this conference of EIT is managing this year. So rapid technological advancements and changing industry landscape necessitate a paradigm shift in engineering education. Like everyone has spoken on it, we must equip the next generation of engineers with the skills and knowledge required to drive innovation and address global challenges. We were discussing with the Chamber of Chairmen, and at that time, actually, Prabhat sir was telling that when you enter a room of a singer, you will find many things placed which leads to a singer. So, Similarly, it should happen with the engineers also. If we enter a room of an engineer, it should look like engineer's room. There should be some displayed things which reflect that your personality, you are engineer. So don't waste your this 4-year time. There are so many things you can find out and you can explore and become a quality engineer after 4 years of journey. You will help yourself, you will help society in this way. This can be achieved by embracing flexibility, interdisciplinary approaches, and fostering strong industry-academia collaboration. So I have seen the growth of Echelon Engineering College or EIT in the last 10 years, and I can see now its tremendous growth. Faculty is connecting you to industry also for internships, so take most of the advantage. Some of the key emerging trends in engineering and management include artificial intelligence. I did my PhD degree in artificial intelligence way back in 2003 to 2008, and I myself wrote the code, and I know what role the data plays in AI. So today is the time of data and collecting data, and IEEE data port is a thing which anyone can get access free of cost. If you are IEEE member, then you can get all data, but some of the data can be is available for all non-IEEE members also. Sustainable technology is the second thing, focusing on eco-friendly practices and renewable energy sources. Like Rehan sir has informed about how the government has done. It is focused on developing on 10 gigawatt in 2022, but finally we achieved 10 gigawatt way back earlier on 2014-2019, and in 2022 we had 22 gigawatt, and we now plan more than 22 gigawatt. Now we plan 300 gigawatt by 2030. So, and third thing is digital transformation, harnessing the power of digital technologies to enhance productivity and competitiveness. And Mr. Kiran has spoken about digital transformation, how mobile has changed our life, and how I also coming from that era which we waited from 1989 to 1996 for a telephone, and immediately after 2-3 years mobile came into existence and our lives changed a lot. The fourth thing is industrial academia collaboration. So IEEE gives you that platform to strengthen partnerships to tackle real-world challenge and promote best practices. So organizing such conferences, the main objective is knowledge sharing, to share cutting-edge research and innovations in engineering and management, because their management part is also connected. Networking, actually Rehan sir has the concern that there are 500 papers came to this conference and 103 were finally selected. 80 will be presented. How many delegates are there who are coming from to present the paper? Can kindly raise your hands?
Actually hybrid board thing.
It's hybrid. Yes. So if it is face-to-face board, it will give you the chance of networking, and that is the main purpose and objective of a conference. Then another objective is skill development, to equip participants with the latest skills and knowledge required in the industry. So I believe this conference will be a significant step towards reshaping engineers' education and management practices in India. I wish you all a productive and enriching experience, and I look forward to the outcome of this conference in the publication of at least scope of journals. So all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your comments. We now move on to a very special movement, the unveiling of the ETESM 25 syllabus. For the same, I would like to invite Dr. Kanisha Vashisht, HOD CSE, for the proceedings. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Ms. Tanya. So, for this special moment, this is opening of the souvenir. So I request all dignitaries of the dais and sitting in the front row to serve. Please, the souvenir is kept in front of you. This is unveiling of the ETESM 2025 souvenir with a huge round of applause.
Sir, सामने sir.
This souvenir is a compilation of all the abstracts from the research papers presented in this conference. So we are all here together to open it so as to mark scholarly collaborations. Thank you so much, everyone. I request everyone to please come here and for the group photograph. All the dignitaries, sir, please along with this souvenir, sir, please, for the group photograph. So please entertain yourself.
पीछे हो जाओ एकदम पीछे आ जाओ
We now move forward to the felicitation ceremony, a gesture of a heartfelt gratitude and respect. To begin, I would like to invite you
एक ही वीडियो में सारा किए काटनी पड़ेगी फिर अब आपको हर पार्ट में
15-15 मिनट का कर दूँगा।
अंदर फैज के पास भेजनी है ना
वो नहीं, वो 15 मिनट का यहाँ से
इससे दिखाता है स्पीकर बाय स्पीकर भी जाएगी
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Sudarshan ji to please come forward and felicitate Prabhat sir. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to request Director EIB Dr. Sudarshan ji to please felicitate our first guest of honor, Dr. Rahan. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite Dean R&D Dr. Anurag to please come forward and felicitate our next guest of honor, Shri Kiran ji. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Pramod to please come forward and felicitate our special guest, Dr. Chilayan. Last but not the least, I would like to request Dr. Pramod to kindly felicitate Dr. Sudarshan ji. for joining us in honoring these exceptional individuals who continue to inspire with their vision and leadership. Now, I request all present to kindly rise for the national anthem. Thank you. You all may be seated now. With that, we conclude the inaugural ceremony of the ETESM 2025. And as we conclude the inaugural ceremony, we now go forward with the next segment of the event. The paper presentation sessions will begin shortly as per the schedule. We kindly request all the participants and presenters to proceed to their respective venues. Let the exchange of ideas and innovation continue.